Okay, now that we talked about ATP within itself as a molecule, let's just talk about one of the ways in the biochemical processes by which ATP is produced. And one of the ways, or anything that's widely studied, is called cellular respiration or cell respiration. Again, this is a process by which cells break down complex molecules such as sugars to release energy. And specifically, the energy that they're talking about is it has to make, when it's releasing energy, it's making ATP. That is the energy, and that ATP is broken down, all right, to ADP to release the energy. All right, so one glucose molecule that's broken down through the entire cellular respiration process makes 36 ATP. So again, one glucose molecule can go through this whole biochemical process and make 36 ATPs. So basically, the base of cell respiration is this, and that is you have glucose. And don't worry about the chemical formula there, but C6H12O6, 6 carbons, 12 hydrogens, and 6 oxygens, plus oxygen itself. And then the byproducts are carbon dioxide, water, and energy. Again, like I said, the ATP is going to be broken in order to release the energy, because ATP just within itself cannot release energy. It's kind of like a coal, a lump of coal within itself, by itself, and nothing happens to it. It does not release energy. It has to be broken down. The coal has to be burned, or ATP has to be broken down to ADP. Okay, again, ADP. And then energy and heat is released. Okay. The steps of glycolysis, the steps of cell respiration includes number 1, glycolysis, 2, Krebs cycle, 3, electron transport system. Don't worry, we're not going to get really in depth into these at all there, but I just wanted to let you know that, hey, these are pretty intense biochemical pathways in which to produce ATP. So again, glycolysis, glucose, the citric acid cycle, or sometimes the Krebs cycle, and then the electron transport system. So again, this is happening in a eukaryotic cell. This is based, again, bottom line, not getting into a whole lot of detail, we're producing ATP. Again, that ATP needs to be broken down to ADP and release energy. So again, cell respiration, oxygen, you got the sugar, which is glucose, carbon dioxide, water, and energy. It's kind of interesting. Photosynthesis is actually kind of really the opposite of cell respiration there, but I'm just concentrating on cell respiration. So again, I got oxygen, sugar. So for instance, such as human beings, we breathe in oxygen, we eat food that has sugar in it, in the form of glucose, and then we exhale carbon dioxide. How do we release water? Through basically perspiration, and so on and so forth, as well as our cells going to be releasing waters inside of our body, and then we're burning off ATP, making energy for us to do things. So the analogy is this again: sugar, oxygen goes in, cellular respiration, produces ATP. The outproducts are carbon dioxide and water, and again, heat is produced as well. Okay, that's why our bodies stay warm. A similar thing is like, say, in a car. Instead of sugar, you got gasoline plus oxygen. Gets in the car through combustion, like in cell respiration. Basically, we produce energy, kinetic energy, and guess what comes out of the car? Carbon dioxide and water, just like here. And again, heat is produced as well. So again, you know that heat's produced from ATP because when you when you're breaking down sugars and release of ATP, because when you're doing physical exercise, you're burning more ATPs to give you more energy. Therefore, what? You get hotter. You start sweating. So you need to, take off your jacket and wear a t-shirt when you're working out. All right, and then it goes to anaerobic respiration. Anaerobic respiration is just simply without oxygen. And then you have alcoholic fermentation and lactic acid fermentation. Say for like in the yeast cell, all right, sugar goes in, we call it fermentation. It does produce ATP, but the anaerobic fermentation or the anaerobic process without oxygen is not going to produce nearly as many ATP molecules as the aerobic respiration. Again, the aerobic respiration or cell respiration was with glycolysis, Krebs cycle, and electron transport system. And again, see with this, and then you have the byproduct of ethanol and carbon dioxide. It is the carbon dioxide with yeast, see these holes, cause the bread to rise. That's from carbon dioxide gas. So as the yeast is growing, it's producing carbon dioxide gas as a result of alcoholic fermentation, and it's actually causing the dough to expand. That's why it causes the dough to rise. The dough to rise. See these holes? From carbon dioxide gas from the yeast. So people say, yeah, yeast makes bread rise. Actually, it's the carbon dioxide that's produced by the yeast that makes the bread rise. That's kind of like, say, I'm blowing up a balloon. It's me, but it's the air that's produced, that I'm blowing out from my lungs, that's actually expanding the balloon and causing it to rise. Or causing it to inflate, I should say. You may have heard of leavened bread and unleavened bread. Unleavened bread simply is just bread without yeast, so it has not risen. Okay, it has not risen as a result of carbon dioxide. And the same thing, you'll find in cheese, the holes from carbon dioxide gas. All right, and that wraps it up.